The final box was sealed, a tombstone for a love I thought would last a lifetime. Dust motes danced in the slivers of afternoon light that pierced the gloom of the empty apartment, each one a tiny ghost of a shared memory. The echo of Elara's laughter seemed to cling to the bare walls, a cruel phantom in the silence she had left behind. Her scent, a faint whisper of jasmine and vanilla, lingered on the collar of my shirt, a final torturous caress. I sank onto a stack of books, the cardboard digging into my back, and let the weight of the last 3 years crush me. Every corner of this room held a story, a first date, a lazy Sunday, a whispered promise under the moonlight. Now it was just a space, hollowed out and stripped of its magic, much like my own heart. The moving truck was due in an hour, but for a moment I was paralyzed, trapped in the wreckage of our shared past, wondering how something so beautiful could end so abruptly. My gaze drifted across the room, a final, mournful survey of the life we had built, and that I was now dismantling piece by piece. That's when I saw it. Tucked away on the highest shelf of the hall closet, behind a stack of old board games we never played, was the corner of a small, dark object. It was a space I thought I knew intimately, yet this was a stranger. Curiosity, a flicker of life in the numb expanse of my grief, propelled me to my feet. I pulled over a stool, the legs scraping against the floorboards, with a screech that broke the oppressive silence. Reaching up, my fingers brushed against cool, aged wood. I carefully pulled it down, a fine layer of dust coating its surface and puffing into the air like a ghostly exhalation. It was a simple wooden box, unadorned and locked with a small, tarnished brass latch. I had never seen it before. In a home where every trinket and book held a shared history, this box was an anomaly, a secret she had kept hidden in plain sight. With a tremor in my hands I couldn't control, I carried the box to the window, letting the fading light illuminate its secrets. The latch was stiff, but with a bit of pressure from my thumbnail, it sprang open with a soft click. My heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat of dread and anticipation. I expected to find old love letters, forgotten trinkets from our travels, perhaps a pressed flower from our first anniversary. Something to twist the knife of nostalgia just a little deeper. Instead, my eyes fell upon a neat stack of envelopes, bound with a simple ribbon. The handwriting was not hers, nor was it mine. Beneath them lay a single photograph. My breath caught in my throat. It was Elara, radiant and smiling, her long dark hair cascading over her shoulders. But she wasn't alone. Her arm was wrapped around a man I didn't recognize, and nestled between them, holding their hands, was a small child with Elara's bright, sparkling eyes. The letters, I now saw, were addressed to her, but at an address in a different state, from a man signing his name as your loving husband. A sound, a raw, guttural noise of pure agony, tore itself from my chest. The photograph slipped from my numb fingers, fluttering to the floor. The image of the smiling family stared up at me, a grotesque parody of the future I had envisioned with her. This wasn't just a breakup, it was the obliteration of a reality I had believed in. The woman I loved, the woman I had planned a life with, was a stranger. Our entire relationship, every kiss, every promise, had been built upon a foundation of deceit. The heartbreak I had felt before was a shallow wound compared to this. This was a deeper, more profound betrayal, a chasm that had opened up beneath my feet, swallowing whole the man I used to be. The sun dipped below the horizon, plunging the room into shadow, leaving me alone with the ghost of a woman I never truly knew and the devastating proof of her secret life.